Hello, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are watching a video created by Margarita Life. This one is called Doctor Who Get Off My Planet, which I believe is a reference to a statement stated by the 12th Doctor way back when, and this is from when he's on Gallifrey, I believe. So, yeah, and I think he's talking to the existing president at the time. I think it's Razalon? I could be wrong about that. It's been a few years since I've watched Doctor Who, so I might just be slipping on that, but that is my recollection as to who that character was. Regardless, it's whoever the leader of Gallifrey is during, I think, the Time War, and I loved that scene. That was just pretty cool, and I'm curious to see specifically what they're going to show in this video because the thumbnail is, of course, of David Tennant, so I am excited to jump right into it. That being said, let's get into the reaction. All right. Oh, that's Tennant dying.
Are all the bells ringing?
That's the guy I'm talking about. I don't know his name, but yeah. Does anyone else love the Sonic sunglasses, by the way? I just think they're really, really funny as a concept. I don't think that I love them more than the traditional Sonic, but it's just really funny to think that 12 decided to use glasses.
I will tell you the truth.
That was when he was trapped, right? And had to tell the truth about
Your people were peaceful to the point
the secrets that he had or whatever.
You seem to be
What was that called? It was something dial. It was like a prison. It was like a Time Lord prison or whatever.
something new.
And you said, Doctor, how can a man so young have eyes so old?
I love that concept of characters just knowing based off of his eyes.
You don't know what it's like.
I do know what it's like.
Imagine watching that happen to someone that you...
Oh, the conversation with the Shielder.
The hole I left, all the pain that filled it.
And it breaks your heart.
Memories are so much worse in the dark.
Vincent Van Gogh.
They'll kill you. What
The
moment?
darkest day. The blackest hour.
The impossible.
Nothing is safe. Remember that. Nothing.
You took something that didn't belong to you.
Forecast incredible suffering.
Oh, that's something I haven't seen. I think that's probably from the most recent series.
Vast bloodshed.
Everything you are is because of me.
Danny Pink.
That will dwarf all that has
It's
come
when 12
before.
dies.
Hell is descending.
Every war ever fought right there in front of you.
Oh, I love that line. I love that line so much, especially because, that is such a powerful scene for 12 to talk about the Time War and being like, I did worse things that you could ever imagine. Like, I love that whole scene there. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's probably my favorite speech in Doctor Who. I think it's probably my favorite speech in Doctor Who because I don't think of anything off the top of my head that really matches it in terms of the amount of weight that I feel when he talks about that.
Because it's always the same.
Question is, what do you make of me?
Why did they do this to us? Why did you do this? Why do they hate you?
Oh, that's the Dr. Clara? The Dr. Clara. I meant the Dalek Clara. That's what I meant.
Past, but your future is infinitely more terrible.
What do you have that they're so scared of?
They've seen you.
How much power do you imagine I have?
You believe in free will.
A glimpse of freedom.
You always behaved like you were different, like you were special.
Is that
You
supposed to be the Master?
To do what's right when everyone else just runs away and I...
That's after 9 leaves Rose behind, right?
Since we let a virus into the experiment.
What a virus.
You make them so afraid. Make people question, rise up.
But that's why you're so dangerous.
You give them
And
hope
that's
that
what
can be
makes the Doctor the
problematic.
Doctor.
The signs believe it must be averted.
I'd ask you who you think you are, but I think the answer is pretty obvious.
There is good, and there is evil.
You are monsters.
But why? Why is it better? Why is what you fight for?
Oof, whenever the Doctor holds a gun, it is
War against the rest
chilling.
of the universe. The war against all life forms that are not Dalek.
Just look at yourself.
Ooh.
Look at what you've done.
Because you are hated. You are hated.
You are everything I despise.
I don't know what that was from.
The worst thing in all creation.
Winning? Is that what you think it's about?
What do you want?
Mercy.
Ooh, the conversation with the Masters.
Show them
That's pretty
another
dope.
way. Show them there is honor in mercy.
I gave you your chance.
A chance to be like you.
A chance to evolve.
That creature looked like the creature from David Tennant after he met, oh, what's her name? Donna. I think the second time, right? When she was getting married. No, it was the first time actually, because it was when she was getting married, that like red creature looking thing that the doctor like ends up killing at that episode. Strange. I do wonder if that's supposed to be the same creature, because I thought he killed her.
I told her not to do it. I begged her not to fire.
I don't respond well to violence, Solomon.
I know the doctor. The doctor.
The doctor is no longer here. You are stuck
Oh.
with me.
You, me, and the end of the universe.
Dude, 12 has some great
Don't you
lines.
see? Every time I negotiate, I try to understand. Well, not today. No. Today, I honor the victims first. His, the masters, the Daleks, all the people who died because of my mercy.
I've got to do this.
And that's what happens when you stay alone for too
What
long.
does he want? Revenge?
Get out! What are you doing here?
Get off my planet.
Yep.
And in all of that time, did you ever hear anything about anyone who stopped me?
We can end
Oof,
this
I'm
right
getting
now. We can
chills
save
from that
everyone
line.
right now.
We do that?
We've got to. Before they kill everyone else. There's no choice, Doctor.
I have no choice.
I gotta say, seeing that old version of Amy just reminds me of how brutal the Doctor can be, because he essentially erased a version of Amy from existence, but like the version of him, or the version of her that ended up being stranded for, I think, like over a decade or something, all on her own, and that's cold. But also, it's like, you understand his reasoning, but it's also like, it doesn't change the fact that you're erasing someone from existence.
Survive. Because no one's gonna come for you.
Why can't I be angry?
Don't play games with me.
Someone who has seen it all, and that's me.
I have seen things you wouldn't believe.
I hear more screams than anyone could ever be able to count.
I'm coming for you, Dalek.
And then I'm gonna save the Earth. And then, just to finish off, I'm gonna wipe
Every last stinking Dalek out of the sky.
I'm coming to find you, and I will never, ever stop.
And I'm gonna win! And when people come to you and ask if trying to get to meet the people I love.
Seeing the Doctor angry is always terrifying, because it's like you don't know what's going to happen at that point, because whenever he's angry, like, he just destroys everything in his path, and it's so interesting, especially because when he was just talking there, which is, I think that was 11, talking to Colonel Runaway, that scene gives you chills, but he still loses at the end of that fight because River does not end up getting saved. Instead, River was taken by, what's the order called? They work with the Silence. I don't know if they had a specific name, but regardless, it's the group that was in charge of that, the lady with the eye patch or whatever. Yeah, just seeing the Doctor get angry is always a vibe.
And that's fear. Doesn't it just burn when you face me?
What oppressors always do when they realize who's really in power. They run.
Demons run when a
The
good man
boneless.
goes to war. And then we discovered why. Why this doctor.
Ooh, I'm getting
who had
chills
fought
from
with
those
gods
lines.
and demons, why he'd run away from us and hidden.
He was being kind. Oh, I'm getting chills from that because I love that line so much. That's actually probably one of my favorite lines from 10's run, because that whole episode, you don't even think that that's something that's going to be part of the equation, but it's like the Doctor's running away from these creatures who, I forget exactly what type of creatures they were, but I believe they feed off of like Time Lords, like they can consume Time Lords or time energy or something along those lines, and they are after the Doctor in order to replenish their power, become, essentially, I think they were trying to become immortal or something from that as well. And in the end, the Doctor finally fights back once his mind is restored. And what ends up happening is he traps every single one of them. And that's when this voiceover happens, where he's like, I think this is the son, right, that's talking. And he's essentially just like, yeah, we messed up. This man who is so powerful and so great and so capable was running away simply to be kind to us, and we did not take our chance to just screw off. Instead, we're trapped for all eternity, never to die, and always to be in eternal, like, I guess, torment in a sense, right? Because one of them's in like a star, one of them's in a mirror. I don't remember the other two like prisons that he created for them, but such a great line.
I told you before that everything you knew was a lie. Well, now you get to face the truth.
We are not the same.
Was the doctor a weeping angel just there? That's interesting.
How sorry I am.
Did you repair? Can you repair?
I don't know what that is.
I really hope so. We understand.
No. No, you don't.
I really love Doctor Who. I say that even though I'm not currently watching Doctor Who, but still, like, those seasons that I watched when I was in high school and earlier, like, I absolutely loved that part of the show that I watched, that whole chunk or section that I watched very heavily, and then, of course, like, the lines that I've heard since. I just love the show. Maybe one day I'll pick it back up again. I just, there's too much content out there for me to commit to shows that are kind of harder for me to watch at the moment. I mean, I think they're on HBO, but like I don't have access to HBO at the moment. But regardless, like I think one day I will catch up on all of the Doctor Who that I missed, especially like the last season for 12 and beyond. Like I've watched parts of the early chunk for 13 and I know how 12 dies and everything, but there's majority of the season I think with Bill that's like a blank, and I don't know, I feel like I would just really like to rewatch the show at some point as well. That being said, I really enjoyed this video. I mean, it was so fun to see. The way the Doctor is portrayed, especially when he gets angry and the things that he will do for those that he really cares about, I mean, it is so wonderful to see when you fall in love with a group of characters as the Doctor and his companions or her companions. And in a lot of cases at some point characters die and things happen and it causes a toll on you as the viewer, but when you get to see vengeance in a sense or justice take place and it's happening through the Doctor's wrath, you don't necessarily think of it as a bad thing because it's like you're getting that catharsis, but also like you also realize like there's a darker piece to the Doctor here that exists that I think adds a lot of depth to his personality. That being said, that is all I have to say for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I had a wonderful time. Thanks to Margarita Life for creating this video. As usual, I always love his videos. If you like the video, please like the video and subscribe for more videos from me on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.